everybody and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be painting a blossom filled landscape perfect for spring. So make sure you grab all of your watercolour supplies so you can paint along with me, and let's get straight into it. For today's video I'm going to be using my Vibrant Paul Rubens watercolour set and also a Winsor & Newton watercolour paper. I will link everything in the description box below if you are interested in purchasing those ones. My first tip for watercolour painting is to actually have 2 pots of water. That way you can double wash your brush to ensure you don't get any muddy watercolours onto your painting. For my painting today I have already lightly sketched out my horizon line, and then I've got 2 mounds either side of my horizon line where some trees will sit, and then I have got the foreground area where there's going to be grass. And for this I'm using a really light wash of watercolour and just applying that across my landscape. So for the sky I have gone for a blue that fades to a very light yellow in the middle, and then I've gone for greens and blues along the foreground. And in between every layer I'm allowing my paint to fully dry because I don't want that wet in wet effect on this painting. Once each layer is dry I can then go over the top and apply additional paint. I'm now adding in my very background tree line for my blossom trees, and I'm just using a very light pink tone and adding this in a very organic manner, and then again allowing that to dry before I then work on top of my paints again. And I'm starting to darken up the foreground, thinking about where there might be some natural shadows occurring from those 2 mounds, and then I can start darkening up those mounds by creating a sort of stippled effect across those mounds to still show some of the lighter green underneath my darker green. Once you've done this, you can then start adding in your very background tree line along that horizon line, and for this I use a really light brown and just add in some natural trees using a 00 brush for this, so really small brush to get in those really small trees. And then in front of those, once they have dried, I can then start adding in my trees that are within the foreground. And I'm using a darker brown for this. Just because they're appearing a lot closer, they're going to look a lot darker than the trees that are in the very background. And for this I used 2 different paintbrushes. I used just my regular 12, and then also for the smaller sections for those individual branches I also use a 00 fine detail brush as well. Don't forget to make sure you subscribe to my channel so you never miss out on any of my future videos. I do upload every single week, so it would be great to have you join me over on my channel. I'm now going to darken those 2 mounds yet again because I really feel like they need to be slightly darker than they actually are at the moment, and I'm just adding an additional layer of green wash over the top of them, and also again over the grassy area here I'm now adding another wash of green just to darken those areas a little bit further. And I'm also darkening up some of those trees as well, so once they've dried I'm adding another layer of darker brown over the top, only on the trees that are closest to the front. Then I'm going to start adding in some wild flowers along the grassy floor, so the bed of that woodland. And the flowers that are closest are going to appear a lot bigger, and the flowers that are further away are slightly smaller. And I'm going to just use a really delicate brush for this to make sure I get in those small details. And you can also then add in some textures along on your grassy area just to make it look more natural and realistic. And I do this by just layering up some greens on top of my already watercolor washed area. Now it's time to add in some blossom on the tree, and I'm going to add in a stippled effect over the top of the top branches of the trees that I had painted in. So again, everything is completely dry, so my colours won't blend or bleed into one another. So I will get a really nice vibrant colour here without any of that brown merging in and making them look a little bit muddy. So I'm just kind of dotting my paintbrush over the top to ensure I get that blossom effect. And then I also add in the tree lines a bit taller in the background because they were slightly too short, so I just extend those up by adding a wash of that pink over the top. You can vary up your tones of pink for this as well, so that you get a really nice depth of colour in your painting. So you could add some darker pinks and some lighter pinks in for this section to really vary up your tones. And you could add additional layers once your paint has dried, just to make sure you get a really nice finish. I'm now adding a few more bluebells to my painting because I felt like there needed to be more of this within the background, and I'm going to add a blue tone to those mounds to give it the effect that there are bluebells growing all the way up those mounds there. So I'm just using a really organic squiggle across my page to make it look like there's the texture of those bluebells growing along the top there. And then I also add some really tiny ones in the background as well. Now it's time for the shadows. So I'm imagining that the sun is in the center of my landscape, and the shadows are going to be casting out either side of my trees here. And I'm just using a darker brown and layering that over the top of my green grass that I've already added. And then I'm going to add in some shadows that are being cast from those flowers that I had painted in. And for the flowers, I'm just using a darker green for the shadows there. One of my favourite things to do is remove that tape, and I'm going to take a look at my painting and see if there's anything else I need to add to it. So I just extend out that mound a little bit more just to make it look more realistic. So there you have it, that was my blossom filled landscape, and I'm really pleased with the final outcome of this. I had such a relaxing time painting this one. If you have enjoyed it, give it a big thumbs up, and also make sure you subscribe so you never miss out on any of my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.